Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Disco Elysium. Where we left off last time, we were approaching the Whirling in Rags. Our inland empire has told us to stop. Just up ahead, danger. What you have isn't enough, you'll need more firepower, a ranged weapon. Snowflakes, stick to your Kvalsund KR2 multi-tool. It looks impressive, but what can it do against military grade weaponry? What am I supposed to do? Be prepared, make sure you have your pepper box in your hand. Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pocket. Not sure, I feel ready for what lies ahead. The lieutenant frowns, then you better get ready, he says, then quickly adds, whatever happens, I got your back. So we're going to put our combat gear on. We need all of the combat gear we have. So I'm guessing we need our armor, what pieces we have of it currently. Anyways, we have our boots. And what else do we have for items to use? Not a huge amount, unfortunately. Do we have any other armor pieces? I thought we had one more armor piece somewhere. Are we already wearing it, possibly? Let's just go through our stuff. We don't need conceptualization, we don't need authority, we don't need suggestion, we don't need Mazovian socioeconomics. Logic might be more important here. Pain threshold might be useful for the scarf on our neck, maybe. Drama's probably not going to help us too much. A Terratorn High Inland Empire? Nah. What else do we have? Hand-eye coordination might be really helpful. So let's put that on. What else do we have here? Visual calculus might help. Probably more than empathy, at least. And what else do we have? I have no idea what our checks are going to have to be going into this, so I'm kind of a little bit nervous, actually. Don't really know what to expect. Okay, what do we got? So we have -1 perception. That's probably a bad thing to have. Let's see if we can find a different hat that gives us something. An authority thing. Alright, fair enough. Hand-eye pain volition. Do we have any better pants? Kingdom of Conscience probably isn't going to help us. Electrochemistry probably won't help us either. I guess that's not going to be very useful. Gloves. Do we have better gloves? We have electrochemistry, we have half-light. And that's it. And then we also have the interfacing. We'll leave the interfacing on. I guess that's going to be pretty well it. Of course, we're going to need our gun. And, gun and sword. We are now every anime character. Alright. Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm. I think my hand recognizes it. It reminds you the first day you held it, with fear and respect, hoping you didn't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. This gun, Sunrise Parabellum, will be the only thing standing between you and the all-consuming nothingness that threatens to eat the world. Sheath it and wait, Herald. It won't be long now. I don't actually know what the combat skills are, to be honest. I guess maybe hand-eye coordination, probably, and reaction speed. We have 3 points, though, so we're really looking grim in terms of our... You have 656. That's gonna just be what it has to be. I'm a little bit worried about this upcoming event. I'm all out of shits to give loincloth.
I'm all out of shits to give loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Put your goddamn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through, alright?
Titus remains calm.
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck!
This is the scab leader. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. There's something very wrong with him. He's dangerous. The lieutenant raises his left hand.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Courty.
Her tone is frighteningly emotionless.
You all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fella?
His voice is almost gentle. He's facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful?
It sounds like the armored figure is weeping.
Less in your abdominal cavity, like a little wild mouse.
The man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck. There are 3 of them. I was hoping there would be less.
The lieutenant points at the helmeted figure. The third one, he's the most dangerous of all of them, heavily armed. The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He puts his hand on his holster. The big one is the damn scab leader.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
Alright. Stop, this is the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backwards.
Big fuck!
Is the only word you can make out. I can see you're drunk.
Oh yeah, welcome to the fucking party. You're probably gonna get killed too. I don't give a shit if you're cops.
He looks around.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly the grip of your sidearm feels comfortable and warm in your hands. Feels like it's saying, do it. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. No wait, it's good that you have that gun, it really is. Just soften him up. First, present an argument. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out first, get under his skin. Oh dear, we have a bunch of stuff. Our shooting is not good. Peace, always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that, please. Listen, they didn't do it. Yeah, who did it then? 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to open the door. It was Clausier. The bird, he puts his hand on the gun. You fucking telling me our bird killed the colonel? His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw. She was the only person in the room when he died, upstairs. You think I'm fucking stupid? There's a dangerous gleam in his eyes. What if I just shot one of your pals right here now, huh? He points his gun at Elizabeth. How about the kid? Go ahead, tell me about some fucking room again. Listen, please. She raises both her hands. The cop and this drumhead court-martial won't decide who. Think, why doesn't he believe me? I'll try it. We failed. Your mind grinds to a halt. All you can see is the revolver in the man's armored hand, swaying, pointing at her. You move your mouth like a fish gasping for air. I'll kill you! Go ahead, he pulls the trigger. Oh, well, someone died. Let's reload that. We spectacularly fucked up that particular one. Sorry for the language. Let's try that again. We had a terrible check there. Alright.
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this!
This is a misunderstanding. You all...
Easy, Liz.
Peaceful.
Fuck. There are 3 of them.
What do we do? There goes the scab. Walk away for now.
We have to
No. It's not letting me say it before actually like just doing this, so we have to watch that every
lost,
time.
Comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some big fuck! We're gonna terrorize.
No one is going to kill
Okay,
anyone.
here we go.
Let's just put the guns
Alright,
down
so we
and
have...
talk like civilized human beings.
You're all drunk, look at yourselves. Yes, so what? Your judgment is impaired. You'll regret this. Nah, he wiped the sweat from his brow. I'm as clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier. Enough already, what is this? The woman's voice is furious. We didn't come here to fucking chat. That did help us. The Wild Pines rep does not approve of this. You think I care what that company cunt thinks? He laughs. It's a hollow laughter. The Wild Pines is not going to forgive you massacring a bunch of innocent people. Actually, what if I just call her now, huh? I raise my voice. She's gone, you stupid fuck. He points to the sea. Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She doesn't give a shit about you, Silos. You're alone. Stay cool. Don't do anything stupid. Titus shouts to his men in the background. The company bitch is gone. Lely's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole? He looks around suddenly, tired suddenly, sad even. Guys, the little guy breaks formation. I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun. As he runs to the yard, Titus turns to his men. Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together. Let's try and come up with an argument. Alright, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krinable would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely. Just a question. Who's in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel? I'm a colonel major with over 15 years of live combat experience. When my colonel gets hanged by clay monkeys, I lead a platoon on a retaliation strike. So you're the highest ranking of the three of you. Now I just have the biggest gun, he raps on his armored barrel-like chest. Technically the other man has the biggest gun, but we're beyond that now. As the leader of this group, reconsider your actions. This does not need to end in bloodshed. You're right, but you see... He pauses and smiles. I want it to end in bloodshed. Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something. Easy now. Tell these men didn't do it. Tell them these men didn't do it. There's a peaceful way out. Talk about the hanged man. Dangerous. Ask him about it first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it. Who are you? A major? Sergeant Major... Raoul Courtenaire, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground. He points at the whirling in rags. As he moves, the interlocking plates of his armor click softly. Click, click, click. The realization comes to you like a picture puzzle. Coming together, his name is Raoul Courtenaire. The dead man's name is Ellis Courtenaire. He's brothers with the deceased. And then he bellows, for killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer, you're all sentenced to death. Courtenaire, I know that name. He sways from left to right, inspecting you. Raoul and Ellis Courtenaire. I look him in the eye. I'm sorry about your brother, Raoul. He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beaten to place by the same sick fuck. And then you went into the same military academy, same unit, and the same war. Some fucking mud hut town, too. He looks around, then wipes his face with his armored glove. Okay, good. His parents left him in a fucking leaf compactor. Who, Lely? Yeah, when he was small, just an infant. We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there, among other things. They fucking put Lely in a leaf compactor, and now these cunts finished the job. He waves at the gang huddled by the doors. There's real anguish in his voice. A drunken sadness suddenly engulfs him. Memories. It's a mindfuck, Cordy. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor. They're making it up to fuck with us. She glances at him. Major, permission to... Open fire. We can't have that interfere now. Listen, you're Lely. Everyone says you said good things about him. He was a talker. What do you mean, talker? We heard testimony. People said he was charismatic, a nice guy to be around. Yeah, he liked to chat up the natives, share leaflets, squeeze a bit of kipped ass here and there. Great fucking idea that turned out to be. He points towards the yard. If Lely was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for show, but me? He points to himself. I'm not a big fan of public affairs, clay monkey. I'll gun down every one of you for what you did. Ready to open fire, Major, at your command. He had blue eyes, didn't he, your brother? He smiles, pulling his face in a strange way. Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's eyes on a grown man. It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or I don't know what bitches like. I just know how to mow down cloths. Your brother didn't deserve to go out like that. I promise I will find his killer. Find his killer? Cop, his killer stands right there. He waves at the men behind you, shitting his pants. And you're standing in the way, protecting them. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. He stares at you, eyes pink from the alcohol, finger tapping the pistol. You're gonna die for them right here, today. Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center. Where is Clausia? She can explain this. Who the fuck is that? Clausia, the woman upstairs. Where is she? She left. The manager calls down from the balcony. Guard, what the hell are you doing here? Actually, what do you mean she left? She left. Rooms cleaned out right before these assholes showed up. We should have arrested her, the lieutenant whispers, his eyes still on the armed mercenaries. You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second, then fear takes over and he's back in the moment. Hey, Bushman, the veins on the man's neck expand as he yells. Your little cunt isn't going to help you get out of this one. For God's sake, tell him the Hardys didn't do it. Present a case. We're gonna try and shoot him. A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun and your hand goes numb from the explosion. I look at Courtenier. There's a hole in his chest. Blood gushes out as he stumbles backwards, eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. Oh man, this is intense now. Dodge the shot. Come on. Did we succeed? We did. You leap left. A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks. I cannot be killed. I have become immortal. The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot. Watch out, to your left. DePaul is about to take a shot too, at Kim. The lieutenant aims, face pale. With a tremble, he quietly utters, "God, please." He's aiming for the eye slot in Rudd's helmet, an extremely difficult shot. Then two shots ring at once. One from Lieutenant Kitsuragi's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at Kim, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Who screamed? Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you and squeezes the trigger. I look him in the eye. The look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shaking. This is the last thing he'll do on Earth, but he will do it. He is your end. Here comes death. We'll try it out. Did we died? We might have died. You can't. There's no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body's on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it. I'm also going to kill the music for 1 sec, because this is going to be one of those things that causes a strike. The pain is too immense to scream. Yeah, we did that already. I listen through the darkness and the pain. The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you. Nearby gunfire shatters glass. Stop! The cop, protect the cop, he's down. What do I see when I open my eyes? Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. A distant shadow cast by them like a hellish play. Out of it a silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. You're bleeding out. The wolf is at the door, Kim. He will eat the sun. Yes, keep talking. The lieutenant pushes down on your wound hard. Stay awake, look at me. But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. Kim, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's going to die. I scream. No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles and your eyes are full of fear. And that's all it takes. There's no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your hand and fires behind him. You hear a faint scream. The woman... And then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone, so is Kim, then the whole world. I fall into darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Will I be a ghost now?
Brother, you already were a ghost. Up there, screaming along with all of them, scaring each other. Haunting each other. It's the living who are ghosts. The dead are silent. They don't rattle windows or write letters in blood. The living do. Leave them behind. Rest.
No. Let me back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go, not before the case is solved. There's a radio in the distance. A radio of the world playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you'll return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Kyrieru.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
Are we waking up now? You see Kim's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple from the pain. It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters. Kim. Sunrise, Parabellum, the lieutenant says. He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room, with a fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered with bruises. The room, it's clean. Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day. How long have I been out? 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take a Dramamine and curse and drink water. What did you say, sunrise? Sunrise, Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying. Isn't that written on your... My gun, it's engraved on it. It served you well. Is it war today? He looks out the window. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I'm relieved to say. I think we may have held it off for now. He unzips his bomber jacket, barely. Ouch. That's right, he nods in agreement. Ouch, indeed. What happened? What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued. Is he dead? Yes. In retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged. I dodged. He nods. Then I shot and wounded him while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive. There's a pause. This is not the first person to die in this place. He goes on. Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Elaine and the musician. I forgot his name. Eugene. Yeah, he's still alive too. I nod. You were bleeding out. You said something. I don't know what. He thinks. And you warned me. I was able to disarm Officer DePaul before she got the jump on me. I killed her. The lieutenant takes a cigarette from his coat pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room. And that's what happened. And they're all dead? All 3 of the contractors? He nods. DePaul was the last to die. Everett had their bodies returned to Krinable for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate. Why? Because we deterred them? Or joisted? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown? Or it's too costly a target? Or maybe? He breathes in the fume, thinking, maybe they're simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know. How many casualties on the Union side total? 3. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. There's a pause. And Theo. He was just too old for combat. I thought you only smoked 1 a day. And this is the one. And that's all. Not that bad, all things considered. Oh no, Harry, he says calmly, without accusation. It's pretty bad. 6 people are dead. But what's done is done, and the violence is cordoned off. The mercenary tribunal is neutralized. The worst scenario has not materialized yet. And he smiles, we're all still alive, both of us. He did not expect both of you to survive once you stepped between those 2 armies. He's smoking, but his hunchback... he's smoking his hunchback. You have it worse. But he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes. How bad am I hurt? Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome. Can I walk? We will see. Has anyone from my station been here to see me? No. They don't care about me at all. I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on site. Odd. You haven't seen any, have you? There's a pause. I'm sure they're worried about you. That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here? They were so worried about me. Where are they? I don't know. If not my station, then who treated me? I did. I didn't know you could do that. It's part of a detective's task chain. You can do it too. Actually, you can. You can even remove a fractured bullet, it seems. You hurt? Not very, he rubs his chin. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I try not to move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. There's a pause. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me. Okay. I'm gonna get up. Maybe? I am still wearing the body armor, which did help a little bit. Easy now, the lieutenant turns double again before your eyes, an orange hue of pain. You can take it, just don't lean on that leg of yours too heavily. How are you? My disco days are done. Your disco days should have been done quite a while back, Lieutenant Yefreeder. Ouch. It's not ouch time yet, you just got a Dramamine pill an hour ago, wait till it wears off. Dramamine? Then it's not that bad, neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad. Happens now, Kim. I honestly don't know. Good, because I totally do. Do you? Because we can't talk to Everett, the harbor's in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside of our grasp now. Joyce is left too. We never got to know what she would have told us. The Wild Pines representative? Yes, Joyce Messier, on the boat, you know? She could have helped us. It's clear the mercenaries were working for Wild Pines, at least partially. He looks out the window. It's a little late to elicit her support now. Ruby's gone and Clausier too. We really should have arrested her, you know? Who did it, Kim? Who killed the hanged man? That was our job to find out, wasn't it? Honestly, I don't know. Our circle of suspects is dead and gone. It's not a circle at all, it's a ruin. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. His voice is calm, matter-of-fact. There's still a 28% possibility the shot came from a distance. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. A light nod, through some pain. I agree with this. What else? This is because I'm La Puta Madre's peone, isn't it? Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it's not a decisive factor in this case. The fucking Maybells, Ken. The flowers. What? They were on the roof. I did not catch them. Fucking butterfingers. Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to catch everything. He's wrong. No, Kim. Every piece of garbage in the city is connected to the case. Okay, he concludes, clearly not meaning it. What about the hole in the wall? Someone was checking her out. I don't know. He rubs his neck. That's been there for years. The goddamn footprints. Yes, he says. God curse the footprints for not solving the case from us. Au diable. There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches, revolutionary era. We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them. You know what I think about solving crimes? He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead. Solving crimes is hard. It really is very hard. That concussion must be making him dizzy. You're not ready to give up, are you? No. There's a short pause. Are you ready to limp? I'm ready. Good. There's a pause. Where do you want to limp? We should check Miss Katarzine Alassier's room upstairs. Why not? He extinguishes a cigarette on the sole of his boot. Another look through the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through? I don't know. Can't think of anything better. This Stereo 8 player has been reunited with its proper speaker. You see gleaming white enamel, no bottles inside. Look, the door is open. You can even walk right into Kim's room. Maybe we should do that. Oh, nice. The alarm is set for 6:50 a.m. Medicinal supplies on the cupboard. Mercurochrome, a scalpel, antibiotics. These appear to bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You can pick out notes on this and other recent cases. I had Gart open the door to your room. He closes the notes. You were running a low bacterial fever for the first night. Thank you for keeping this thing alive a little longer, I point to myself. It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky considering the odds we faced. There's a pause. Let's go. Alright. Can I just open this door from this side? I cannot. Okay. It will not let me open that door. So, we're going this way. Let's go take a look at Clausier's room. We can still jog, which is surprisingly good. Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you didn't run, it would be okay. Okay, fine, we'll walk. Looks like she left something on the table. Next to a stack of bills, you see a note, a few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. gift upstairs. A gift? The lieutenant turns to the staircase, suspiciously looking for any signs of another person in the shadows above. What could this gift be? I'm not drawing my gun yet, but I don't like gifts. He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively towards his holster as he studies the note. Relax, not everyone is out to trap you. It seems she left in a hurry. It's hardly surprising. You look at her rough, jagged handwriting on the note. She was in a rush, but not panicked, deliberate, focused. Did we ever finish those thoughts? We are very close on both of them. Technically, I think we should have gotten both of them because we were unconscious for 2 days, but I guess you can't really mull things over when you're, you know, in a coma. So I guess that's pretty much... what's going on there. A red thread made of nylon leads out of the room and onto the roof. Okay. It's going to lead towards the island we weren't able to check out, isn't it? The thread is tied to the antenna. Alright.
Yes?
There's nothing else to do here. Let's go back inside, maybe? Check out the window? Maybe it's because it goes through the window? Although the door is open and it leads out the door. No, it goes out the window. Never mind. You see the same two neon-lit shapes, man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall. This is ballistics. She left a trajectory for us. The lieutenant tests the thread with his fingers. Drawn taut, it rebounds instantly. A ray of backwards motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside. A prime to then widen out into a radius of locations. Martinez B prime, double prime, B triple prime. Where's the thread leave? It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond roof B. The island in the bay. Is she trying to tell us that the shot came from the islet? He nods, unless she thinks the perpetrator is standing on the ring antenna. That's where the thread seems to point. How did she know to do this? Actually, this is the only point of origin we haven't ruled out. Actually, no, the first one. She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass. She had a long time to think about it afterwards, standing on the roof staring at the glass. It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? This is her way of saying she's sorry. I find that hard to believe, but at this point, what difference does it make? This is also the only point of origin we haven't ruled out yet. So it is. For a second he seems tired. Maybe we need to go to the island? The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into the cold distance across the water. I'm going to the island. Are you in? Of course, he nods. Of course I'm in. He takes a second to gather himself and says, how do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sleep, but she's gone. Lillian, the net picker. She's towing her boat. Oh yes, of course. I think we're closing in on the end of the game, but we are also out of time on this video. So, we're going to finish up, hopefully, the game in the next video, I would imagine. I will make my way all the way over to the Fisher one. Hopefully, nothing weird will happen between then and now. We did have quite the battle. We got shot. Things didn't go great for us, but you know what? It could have gone a lot worse. All things considered, could have gone so much worse. Titus is here. Perhaps we should talk to him. We should also go talk to the Mesk. Maybe we can talk to some people now. I guess we could go talk to the armor guy. We're not drinking booze. We have to call our station apparently as well to see if we are La Puta Madre's Pione or Pione. Alright. And that's going to be it for now. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.